Hi, beautiful soul family. It's your boy Clear here. Great. Today, I want to talk with y'all about how great now for me to not be forcing myself to be social. Now, as we know, different places in the world are opening back up more post COVID vibes. Now, of course, we are definitely not out of the woods with this global pandemic. However, there's a lot more socialization in Vancouver, where I am presently, than there was at this time last year. And, people are going out again, patios are open, there's people gathering, stuff's going on. And there's this feeling that I've been feeling, let me know if you've been feeling it too, that's like, okay, so we should go and socialize again, right? Because we can. It's like socially acceptable to be socializing again. And so I should go out and socialize, right? But that's where we have the choice. We have the choice to say, okay, what actually feels right for me? I know a lot of us have dealt with, social anxiety as we've been re-socializing. I remember the first party I went to in LA after COVID hit. Some of the people there were feeling very socially uncomfortable, making weird jokes. I brushed it off and it's all good. It's like, yeah, whatever, homie, it's all good. But definitely, like, it's a thing. It's been a thing for a lot of us, being like, how do we socialize again? What is socially acceptable? How do we interact with other people? So this video for me is about me really accepting the fact that I don't have to go out and socialize as much as I did before the pandemic. I don't have to go out and try and be a friend to everyone who I think I should be a friend to, everyone who might want to kick it with me, everyone who I might have wanted to hang out with in the past or kick it with in the past. Especially when I come home and visit my hometown of Vancouver, there's this feeling of, okay, right, so I should connect with the people who I used to connect with, or I don't get to see people a lot, so I should fill my schedule and try and maintain these connections. But at the end of the day, it's like, no. What feels intuitively right? And when I was still in Toronto, I pulled the Hermit card. And that's what's on the thumbnail of this video, the Hermit card. And it felt like such a permission slip to me, to Hermit. It was like, clear, baby. Let us have a little heart to heart here. Darling, do the Hermit thing. Rest. And there's this guy named Victor Odo. I don't know if y'all follow him here on YouTube, but he has a video that I watched about the hermit phase of a spiritual awakening. And for me personally, I don't really know how to conceptualize my spiritual awakening, because I had interdimensional friendships and relationships from the time I was a little kid. So it was kind of always something that was a part of me, very deeply. There was definitely a moment when I was about 20 when I reawakened to the truth of my angel and my guides and how real they actually were. So it's like, I don't really know what phase I'm in, but needless to say, there are always cycles going on in life. And it felt, again, like permission and validation and affirmation and encouragement to see Victor's video about the hermit phase of our spiritual journeys, where we can just take a step back from the outside world and take a step in to ourselves. That's what I'm doing right now, y'all. I'm taking a step inward to myself, my infinite inner world. There's so much richness and so much truth in my own quietness, in my own presence with myself. And I know that this beautiful moment and this season that I am accepting into my life right now, this intuition to Hermit, as I'm accepting that intuition and cultivating and living into it, I'm learning so much about my truth. It's like I'm succumbing to my truth. I am surrendering to my truth. And that truth is best heard in quiet, in stillness, in aloneness. It feels really good. And I used to be someone who was really social. Like I can be really good at socializing. I can also be really awkward when it's not right for me, when it doesn't feel good for me. But I'm a performing artist, and I'm used to being around a lot of people. I'm used to work in the room. When I used to sing in Vancouver at nightclubs, I would go around and sell CDs. I would burn CDs of my original music and go table to table, be like, how do you like the show? How are you doing tonight? These are my CD, right? Like, it's easy for me to chat people up and be social. But I'm in this moment in my life where I'm like, babe, clear, let me level with you. Honey, you actually don't want to be social right now. And you don't have to be. And so I'm saying this to you too, as the viewer. You don't have to be social like you were before the pandemic. You can do whatever feels best for you, and I can do whatever feels best for me. Of course, being in a early stage of my medical transition is also giving me this sense of wanting to nurture and protect the seedling that is just popping out of the soil of my soul. And it feels really good to just say, clear, keep hermiting. You don't got to go out and do all this, that, and the third. You don't have to be extra, put all the sprinkles on top. That will come. And because I'm hermiting right now, the extra sprinkles that I'm going to add, all my extra sauce and sharing in a social way, it's going to be so much more authentic, grounded, and feel so much safer for the wholeness of who I am once I step out of this little baby hermit shell. So I just really wanted to share this part of my process today and also validate myself. And my beautiful darling mother, bless her soul, she's like, you're gonna see this old friend you went to high school with. Do you think you're gonna see anyone else while you're in town? And my truth is that no, like I love them. I love my friends and the people who I know, but I don't have a desire to be around them in 3D right now. I have more of a desire to rest and be with nature and be with my immediate family. And that's it. That's it. And that's more than enough. That's more than enough for this stage of my journey. And I don't have to return to a place of hyper socializing. I think as well, after living in LA for 6 years on and off, there's very much a culture of networking and partying that we can get used to being in that city. And that's part of the reason, if I'm being honest, that I'm going to be moving out of it. It doesn't feel like what I'm hungry for right now. What I feel hungry for is deeper connections with fewer people. And that starts with a deeper connection with the number one. It's me, baby. It's me. So, it feels good to express this. It feels good to talk about this with you, YouTube community. And yeah, I used to think that being social was something that made me perhaps more valuable as a person, like a popularity contest. But I only want to be popular with myself. Like, I only want to be real as fuck with myself. It's my opinion that matters, and only my opinion of me that matters. And I've heard that so many times, but actually starting to understand and understand that in my body feels so fucking good. So this is your permission to hermit if that feels right for you. This is my permission to hermit because it feels right for me. And I want to give a shout out to the magic of tarot and divination. Thank you, tarot cards, for giving me that hermit card and saying, clear, baby, you just take all the time you need to be with number one and integrate and cultivate your grounding and your knowledge of self and knowledge of source. And from that place, when we exit the cave, when it feels right and only when it feels right, when I exit the cave of my, my hermiting, my hermitude, then the person who I'm going to show up as is going to be so much more in love with themselves and so much more authentic in themselves. And I'm excited for that. And I'm not rushing it. And that feels really good. Thank you so much for being here with me today, my loves. Thank you for witnessing my journey. And let me know your experience with hermiting, socializing, especially as different restrictions around quarantining are loosening in a lot of places. I would love to hear about your experience too. All right, sending you so much love as always. Blessings. Oh, yo, I just opened up my light on my computer. I see Shrampstein. What's up, my friend? Being social is a full-time job for me. I hate it. Lol. Thank you, making validated. Lol. Yo, buddy. That's what I'm saying, right? I have felt that way too. I have felt that way too, where it's just like I should be social because I can be. It's you, baby. It's you. You get to choose when you want to be social and how and with whom, and most importantly, why. Like, what's our body actually telling us that it wants? That's what matters most. So I'm really glad that you integrated my permission and the permission of the Hermit card. It wasn't just for me, it was for us. It was for us. So really glad to be here with you, my friends. Sending you so much love today. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Okay. Peace, love, and so many blessings as always. Deuces.